Hey everybody, how are you doing? Whew. I'm here at last, at long last. So, how's everyone today? There's a few in already by the looks of it. So there's a little bit in two minds as to what to do today. I've got so much stuff, on the go that I don't really know what to look at. Do we look at something new? Do we finish something old? Who knows? So I did put in the description a few ideas, but I've had a couple ideas, but I'm not 100% sure what to do today yet so far. So far I can only allow Daniel's first one, which was Commodore 64, and Nick said realistic DX-360. I've got an R707 in here that needs sorting, arrived recently. I'm in the middle of a Russian Astrad F8 at the moment that's got to have a recap. Got it going now. We've got the RP17, but we'll probably leave that to the weekend. I've got various CB radios in various states of repair. I've got loads of stuff here. So anybody got any ideas what they want to look at? The Russian one or the realistic? That's two jacks. Do I go with the Russian or do I go with realistic? Because I have to take your first one, Russian. What else did I say I've got? There's loads of stuff, absolutely loads of stuff. So say I've definitely got the DX-360. No service info on that I can find. That's this one that I'm going to be fixing and sort of restoring for Brian Bomarito. I don't know if he's in today yet, but I'm sure he will be if he's about. It's that one. That's that one. Oh, another realistic. Wow. You said, yeah, but you said both. You said both, Dan. You can only have one. It's one or the other. You can't have multiples. I'm trying to work out the majority vote here, really. So this is the DX-360. We did test this one out. It does work, but it's a bit deaf on AM, and it just needs a general service. Then that one can go winging its way over to the States to Brian. So, yeah, have a look in the description for the video and just have a look at some of the ideas I've got there, and just give us a quick vote, and then we'll sort of tot it up and see what the majority is. So let's have a look through. We've got Daniel, Derek, Nick Petronics, Jax is there in Northampton, Michael Hyde, Benji's in, Jed Boker, only till 4. Rob Bond is there. Thanks for all your bits again, Rob. I've got a box full of Rob's stuff that we could unpack and have a look at. Jax wants to know if you can smooth a current pulse train from a PWM with an inductor. Not a clue, Jax. Rob Cross, hi Rob, how are you? Who else have we got? We've got Collins in. Hi, Colin. Dave Rhodes. Just for the duration of your cup of tea. Sakib, how are you? Phil Taylor's in. Hi, Phil. Andy Tobin, hi Andy. Richard Milliken from Welsh Wales. Welcome, Richard. You've got a realistic, very similar, but it's AM, FM only, doesn't work. Doug, how you doing? Realistic. I think I've had probably half a dozen people want to look at the realistic, so it could be that we're going to have a look at this. Sliders, not pots. Yes, it's a neat little radio. Now, I can't remember why Brian particularly wanted this one. I think he had one as a youngster, and he was looking for one in really good condition. I managed to find this one on eBay, and put a cheeky offer in on it, and the guy accepted it. So we managed to get it very reasonable, really. They are available more readily in the States than they are over here. There's no service info that I can find on this, so if anyone's got a schematic or any service info, or you know of anywhere where I can get service info, you need to let me know. The Realistic has a low battery life to drain the battery quicker. Yeah, it's true. Let's be realistic about that. Another Realistic. Sakib wants to learn radio repair. You've got a faulty National RFB10. I think I've got one of those, Sakib. I don't know why is it faulty? Is it not working at all? Fix this and then go on to the next one. Well, it needs a bit of a clean up as well, so it's a case really, I think, of stripping it down. So let's have a quick look at the back of it then a minute, and we'll just have a look, see what wavebands, etc. it does. Benji's getting impatient. He wants to get this one done and then move on to the next one. Let's zoom in a little bit on the label on the back. Let's flip it so you can see it. Turn that light off. There we go then. So, as you can see from that, it's how many bands is that? 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9 bands, look. So it's got quite a range, isn't it? It takes four AA's. So 6 volts. Custom manufactured in Taiwan for Tandy Corporation. Interesting. A voice of the world. Let's zoom that out a little bit. I'm a bit close now. I just want to read that label on the back, really. So it's got a sort of average size speaker in it by the looks of it. Sort of same as some of the other world band receivers. It's strange because it's longer than most. It's longer than most. So this is our little band selector. There's like a little marker in the window that moves as you go. It's not an LED, it's mechanical. As someone pointed out, it's got a low battery and a tuning light on it. And we've got sliders for tone and volume. On the top, just our power button. FM, then we've got shortwave 1 to 6, AM and long wave, plus our telescopic aerial with a knuckle joint on it. So say all in all, it's a nice looking radio. Let's get the light back on then. Now I've got the overhead camera off. Hi Rob, just found the stream. Open the box for Rob. You might better open the box later. You've got a new synthesizer build video on your channel if anyone's interested. There you go, people. Jax, is your channel the same name? Jax Troll? Yeah, they did make some good stuff, Jax, and you know, a lot of it was rebranded stuff, but some of it was some really good quality rebranded stuff. So it's a bit of a pick and mix with Realistic Tandy, but they did make some decent kit. So let's have a think. Where's my mat gone? It's up there with a CB radio set on it. So we don't want to be scratching this. So need to find something just to put underneath it to stop it getting scratched. I might use one of these yellow polishing cloths, as long as it's not too bright for the camera. Yeah, a nice yellow. Tandy battery. Yeah, I do have a website, Telescopic, but it's not really a repair site, it's more of a shop front. It's obviously Radiocruncher.com. Okay, so let's get some power on it. Let's have a look what we've got. So we've got DC 6 volts, center pin negative. Let's try that. What we've got on here at the moment, we've got 9 volts. And we've got center pin positive at the moment, so let's just swap those over. I'll say we did quickly check this one when it came in originally. Let's make sure my power supply is actually center pin negative. It should be. Yeah. Right, power in. Let's start it off on FM. Put the aerial up. Fire in the hole. So tuning.
And it's a high lifetime.
No, really?
Apparently.
13 minutes. Goodness me. Yeah, I can see how that works. Do you get some unusual requests for different things from time to time?
Yeah, I mean, we've got, as I say, because you said over 350.
So channel dial alignment's fine. That's 100 megs, which is classic FM.
Now, a couple of important things to do. Number one, where do you travel to? And number two, where can people find out?
It's not particularly sensitive. It's not particularly sensitive. There's not a local DX switch on it, is there? Anywhere? I don't think so. It doesn't seem to be that sensitive. It might just be me, but that's radio 2 and it's not great. It's not great here anyway, to be fair, but... Right, let's try AM, it says, which is medium wave. So nothing really heard there. Let's get the active antenna in and give that a try, because as you all know, long wave, medium wave here is not great. Could be a dodgy, yeah, I think it's a dodgy switch. Long wave. Yeah, we've got dodgy switches on that.
Departments, and so you do have to have specifically certified copies, which the Office of the Public Guardian, who have registered the power, can issue for you at a fee, or solicitors are also able to certify as authentic copies too.
Right.
And it definitely is useful.
I'm getting this weird computer noise at the moment. Shortwave. Switch up to shortwave. No external antenna connector for it. Just hook that up. Shortwave 6.
Sau invers, cărți străine în bibliotecile din România. Mă gândesc mai ales la
4.
un adevărat serviciu.
We're getting down to the low frequencies now, so okay, well it's working on all bands. It's not particularly strong on any bands, although it's not bad on shortwave. But I think we got some issues with dirty switches. How are we doing here now? Let me just catch up. Yeah, it's a shame we've lost the Tandy shops, although they were a little bit like Maplin's, weren't they? A bit of everything, but not that great. TRS 80, not heard of that. Expensive place for components, yeah. The Z80, yeah, computer chip. AM will be on an internal ferrite. Yes, it is, Richard. But I've used this this active antenna. This is my Sony active antenna. I get very poor medium wave and long wave reception indoors, and this is a Sony active antenna which is outside. It just pulls in the stations a lot better. So I tend to use that, to be fair to a radio. There's not many radios work very well on medium wave in here. Doug's saying, in addition to the external antenna jack, you also use a little amplified antenna board on yours for shortwave. You put a 3.5mm jack in the side for yours, did you? It's a bit deaf otherwise. Have you got the same one as this, Doug, have you? Did I miss you saying that you've got one of these, Doug, did you? Apologies. China Radio and Brother Stare. Yeah, it's not the right time of day for listening to shortwave. So I think a lot of the problems are the switches. It just needs a general service, but we will have a look and see if there's anything that we can adjust in it just to pull the IF up a little bit. Because it might use the same IF chain for all bands. So if we can tweak it on one, it'll probably pull it up for the others. So there you go. Right, let's switch over to this one. Let's get my head down and see if we can get to grips with this. I don't think the camera likes this with this yellow cloth, does it? I can't really, might be able to minimise it a little bit just to not blow the picture out quite so much. It's a very bright yellow, these. They're polishing cloths I got from Costco, I think, back when we had a Costco account. Right. So let's pop the little battery door off because there might be a hidden screw in there. And there isn't. It doesn't look like there's any corrosion in there. I have to say, we've been really lucky with this. It's obviously got the foam is all disintegrated. Let's get a little pot to put some bits in, screws, etc., so we don't lose anything. Let's have a look how it comes apart. Two screws there. I think that's just the aerial. Any screws up under the top? No. It's one of these clip together things. I don't like these because you can very easily break the plastic if you don't unclip it correctly. Does that knob need to come off the side? Not necessarily, but we'll take it off anyway. Okay. Hear the sound of shattering plastic. Let's get a spudger and go around it carefully. It's not quite enough room to get in there. Ah, there we go. Slowly, slowly, catchy monkey, all the rest of it. Nearly there. There's one other clip just in there, I think. Sounds like it there. Got it. Okay. Not a lot to see there, but it looks like there's another few screws. Managed to get that off without breaking anything, which is always good. Three screws? Four screws maybe. A pain to service because of the tuning dial setup. Oh, thanks, Doug. That's instilled confidence in me. Yeah, I don't want to be touching that tuning cord. I've had enough of dial cords to last me a lifetime the past couple of days. What's this then? Is there like a little hidden battery compartment or something in here? Strange, it looks like there's a blanked off battery compartment there. I'm not sure what that's all about. Maybe a different model used another battery, I don't know. Battery connectors look fine on this, yeah, because there's room for another battery there, look. So this chassis must have been used on more than one. So I'm hoping that'll just lift out. Oh, hang on, missed one. Typical. Well, didn't look like the speakers held in by anything. Unusual. Right, let's get that out of the way. Let's have a look in the guts of an. Does look like two tuning caps, doesn't it? I see what Doug means as a pain to service. So I can certainly see the coils, and I can see the tuning cap, or one of them. So yeah, I can see both the tuning caps. Let's get it underneath the overhead camera a minute, then you can have a look at it a bit closer up. It is very clean, isn't it? So let's have a look here. Obviously we've got some of it done by ICs. It looks like there's an audio IC jammed in there. Yeah, so I can see what Doug means by the tune-in cordlet. So if you see the pointers held there, so in order to get in underneath here, that's a bit random. In order to get in underneath here, you're probably going to have to lift this scale off. If you take this black plastic piece off, then you're going to have to restring the thing, and we're not going to be doing that. That's for sure. Not easy to get into the switches, but I can just about squirt in the top of those by the looks of it, which should go in there. Which way round are we? So this is probably the amplifier section. We have got one of these polyvaric. Let's take this yellow thing off now. Don't need that. Now the case is off. It's dragging. So we've got polyvaric on there. Look, tuning cap. That's probably discriminate or something like that. That's right at the very end. We've got an IC down there, and it looks like an output audio IC just tucked in beside that transformer. You can just see the edge of it down here. Get something to point with. Yeah, you can just see that down there. So I think that's probably the FM discriminator. Which of these is FM and AM? One of these two. We've got one there, and there's another one there. So one is AM, one is going to be FM. We've got switches there. Okay, so the band change switch is here. Make sure I don't thumb the speaker. The band change switch is in underneath there, look. So that's going to be easy enough to get some switch cleaner into. We've got our sliders here for volume and tone. So again, they're going to be easy enough to get some lube into. Need to give them a blowout, they're a little bit dusty. This is marked Alps as well, so it's good quality stuff, to be fair. I don't know who made this for them. This LED array just seems to be floating in the wind. There's nothing really holding that in. I suppose the case itself is holding that in. So really there's not a lot we can get at. If you notice, there's holes, see them, with the tuning, what do we call it? I think this is the IF here, probably. So we've got, it looks like grey, pink and blue. And then there's another one there. And there's a bank of trimmers through these holes here. I would assume that's possibly the shortwave band. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there's another one on the end here. There's another trimmer there. Just trying to think how best to go about this. I think we ought to try and tweak the IF a little bit. We might do it by ear. You can find a fairly weak station. I would have thought they'd be separate for AM and FM. So anybody any idea on the colour codes? So we've got grey, pink, blue. We've got one uncoloured one, and we've got another pinky coloured one over here, which I think is a discriminator. I think this is the IF here. 3 transformers to the IF maybe, but as I say, absolutely no service info. Brian, yeah, we're inside your radio, Brian. We're in ripping and tearing inside it. poor old DX-360. Just giving it a bit of a tune-up, Brian. Then it's on its way to you, mate. So let's get a brush, and we'll brush and blow out the dust. We'll hit it with some switch cleaner. If I can find the little nozzle that goes on it. which is pinged off somewhere into outer space. I'll have to pinch probably that one. No, that one won't come off the deoxit. Right, let me find a little straw. There he is. Come on, let me have it. Okay. Right. Let's move that back out of the way a minute. Hi Dennis, how are you? No, definitely not. Sangean built some of the realistic models, did they? Yeah, it's there definitely must be a service manual for it somewhere. So certainly we can tune it to sort of like Radio 2 and give it a tweak. Let me have a quick look where the FM aerial connects. I think it's there. Yeah, the FM aerial connector isn't great, to be fair. So maybe we'll give that a bit of switch cleaner as well. Because you do need a decent aerial for FM. Right, so let's have a look here. This looks like it's sort of unclips, but everything seems a bit wibbly wobbly in it, but yeah, it looks like that does sort of unclip somehow, but I don't want to force anything because it is all plastic. Yeah, it does look like that unclips, and I do not want to ping this dial cord. Can't see any bulging caps in it. Again, I can't really get to the caps without totally dismantling the thing, which would mean taking the dial cord off, which we don't want to do. I don't think there's any need to do that. As I say, it does look in really good condition. Certainly it's not been in a smoking environment or anything. It's all looking good. Right, let's give the switches a bit of a squirt. Do we use slider lube in the sliders, or should we just hit them with some of this? Let's try and get in here first. Excuse me. Let me get in there, see if I can see in the back of any of these switches. The switches are sealed anyway, but should be able to get a bit of well, it's going somewhere. I don't want to get it on the dial cord. Power switch here, so that shouldn't be a problem. Right, the other switch we had was down here, which was the band selector switch, which is in there. Blue, pink and purple are FM/IF. Red is medium wave oscillator. White and yellow are AM/IF. Blue, pink and purple. Thanks for that, Doug. Okay, that was that. So we need some fader lube. Let's pop a bit of fader lube in those switches. To be honest, they didn't make any noise at all, so which is surprising for sliders, because they normally do get dust in them. But this is, I suppose, these are on the front. They're not right up on the top where all the crap can go in them. So we've got some deoxit fader. This is from my Doug collection. So what I'm going to attempt to do is just drop a little bit of that in the crack. That's one drop. Get off. Has it gone in? Or did I just suck it right back up again? That's definitely gone in. Right. Oh, you can feel that getting easier. All right, Richard. Yeah, good call. So for $99 in 1984, right? Aston, how you doing? You buried in work and car repairs. Right, that's us fader lubed right up. I think that was all the switches and controls, wasn't it? So we've done the volume and squelch, we've done the band select, we've done the other band select on top. I need to clean these knobs. So let's get it back on some power. I don't see the AM/IF stug. I suspect they're underneath this. But this is fixed. That's not going anywhere. So let's plug it back in. We'll find weak FM station and we'll give the IF a tweak, see if we can pull it up a little bit. Which one is going to be that? Well, that seems to be working better now. It's typical, isn't it?
He used to check all the CDs when they came in, and quite often, Logfulness, Lord of all.
People see. Yeah, so we were interested in complementing some of the work that Andrew's described there by focusing more on what we could learn about why some people might have adapted instead.
And destroyed a lot.
That's quite weak. Right. Blue, pink and purple.
Building directly behind it, so that would actually make sense how these artifacts ended up where they did.
Isn't it funny how one little coin can tell us so much about a really long period of years? You know, we're learning, aren't we, about more recent history as well as the past?
I know. I mean, that's what fascinates me about archaeology and the importance of actually reporting these finds to the Portable Antiquities Scheme, because you just never know what you come up with or what has been found.
No, that's not really making any difference.
Actually putting these stories together, that's why it's so important for everything to be processed through the Portable Antiquities Scheme. Very much so.
An amazing find for the team that you're working with. And Lucy, what will happen to this coin then?
Well, with many coins, the majority of artefacts that are found by members of the public, their finders will retain them or they'll make an arrangement with the landowner. It's only finds that are treasured. Silver, and multiple prehistoric artefacts found together. And those are have to be reported by law.
Right, this is the FM one by the looks of it. That's the oscillator.
But for more normal day-to-day fires, this obviously isn't day-to-day at all because it's so interesting. But it's a Roman coin. Like
Again, I can't really get any better on it, to be fair.
at the moment, we're not able to see finders until museums reopen. I'm counting the days to the 17th of May when we're able to see my lovely finders again.
Right.
But because I've recorded this remotely,
That's pretty good.
I'm going to
It does sound better than it did when it was in the case. Steady.
I'm sure that Talking Museum would be really keen to be involved. But I haven't spoken to them yet today, so I won't make any commitments.
Wonderful. Well, we look forward to finding out what happens to that. And I guess the restoration continues. I mean, you never know what you're
So,
going to do next.
No, I know, it's exciting. I must admit, it is very much like...
AM. L7 and L9.
That's Dr. Lucy Shipley, who...
Again, trying to find a weak station, really. Right. I'll say we're going a little bit blind with this because of the fact we haven't got any, well, not we, me, I haven't got any service info. There is no schematic. SG622 2208. I'll tell you, they leave little tiny holes for you to get a screwdriver in, but they literally are tiny. Where's me little twiddlers? We get me little twiddler in there. What's done with that then? Ah, there we go. No, not making any difference to the signal. I think it's peaked, to be fair. I think this is what it is. I mean, there is other trimmers in underneath here. No. And the other ones are underneath this plate here. Well, that pulled it up a little bit. That has pulled it up a little bit. That must have been the antenna trimmer. Yeah, I think that's as good as it's going to get. I think that's as good as it's going to get, people. Did pull it up a little bit on AM there. On the little tuning cap. Let's just have another go on FM.
Any further declaration that I have to make, I will, if any, be advised upon.
Has been telling us what sort of scams are around in the county.
Well, of course, there are lots of advice preventing from the bank for the police are to hand over your details. Call me at the house about your pension options. Text messages reporting to me from the NHS but asking for payment for the vaccine. And a big flow recently of emails being connected to the LA asking for bank details.
A decision on controversial plans to redevelop the former Yellow's power station on the Tor estuary near Barnstable has been deferred by North Devon Council. The plans, which have heard over 700 objections, include 200...
No.
...create a new tourist destination bringing in £400 million. The NHS is reminding anyone who has an appointment for a first or second dose of COVID vaccine at the large vaccination centre at West Point, Exeter, that they should go to the new site at Now Business Park if their appointment is after May the 6th.
Make a difference.
BBC Radio Devon. Free sessions to help over 80s with their mental health.
Right, yeah, we're not going to get it any better than that, to be honest. I've got no service info, so even if I did, I can't take this off. Just going to clean that up around there because I think a little bit of switch cleaner's got on the dial face, so just clean that up a little bit. Afternoon, Phil Tube, how are you? Catch you later, Jed. Have a good one. And you, Jax. They're all going. Yeah, it's a bit crazy, isn't it? I mean, it might be that this plate comes off, Brian, but, you know, you'd have to really sort of pile some switch cleaner or something down it to release it. Switch cleaner, isopropyl probably more like. Must have been some method in their madness, I suppose, but yeah, not a great design that, is it? So I can get to most things, but there's definitely two AM pots underneath here, two AM transformers, but to be fair, the AM's working a bit better now after I tweak that little tuning cap. Tweak the antenna section of that. So I think that's pretty much it serviced and done. So you can't even get in the back because they've blanked the back out as well. Sometimes you can get in from the back, but you can see there that there's holes, but there's nothing there. You can't get a tool in there. That would have been useful, wouldn't it, to get in from the back? And we could probably poke through and into it, but I don't really want to break the seals on that. There's a little trimmer up there, but that is just purely for long wave, I think. Yeah. So that's about as far as we can go. Give it a clean and give it a service. Give it a little tweak, which has helped a little bit, but okay, let me think. We've got to get some of this cleaned in a minute before it goes back together. So I need to clean the tops of the knobs. So somewhere I've got some Serviceol cleaner. What have I done with that, or is it in the bathroom? It usually lives in the bathroom, actually. So let me go and get that. I'm just going to go and grab that and a little bit of water a minute and give this a bit of a clean. Ah, well, maybe it isn't here then. Oh, I see it. Let's get something to put a bit of water in, a little jug. For a little jug. This cruncher's been cleaning today by the looks of it. It looks lovely in here. Looking for a little jug. There we go. Just a little jug for some water. And we'll just go and pinch the hand cleaner as well. Antibacterial Dermocare. Right, geared up. Yeah, I think you're right there, Doug. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, sort of thing. I mean, it would help if there was a couple little pegs to put this on, wouldn't there, really? Okay, so I just want to get a toothbrush and just clean the tops of these off, because these knurled edges are particularly horrible. So I'm just going to use some of this Serviceol foam cleaner. I'm just going to spray that in this little pot and stick it on with a cotton bud. Don't want to spray it everywhere because it would go in all the Mac. But this does clean off grime pretty well. So just let that sit. Let me have a look at the case. That's pretty clean actually, the back. I'm not going to gain anything by sticking that under the tap. No, that just needs a dry brushing out. There's a bit of dust in the grooves, that's all. doesn't look like this has had hardly any use, Brian. So this is a nice radio, this, mate. Okay, that's the back panel done. Now the front panel's a different kettle of fish, really, because we have got some scratching on the dial glass. I don't know if you can see that. You can probably just about see that, yeah. If I can do it without the light on, yeah, you can see there is a bit of scratching on this, so I might see if I can polish that out a little bit. Get my band switch in the right position, so that's position 6. So yeah, I think we'll give this a little bit of a clean. Get some of my rubbish out of the way. I've given it a sort of brush and it's come up okay, but this area looks a bit dirty, so let's get a bit of tissue. Let's wet it. Let's keep that away from that speaker. A tiny bit of hand soap. It looks like it's just yeah, it's not dirty really. Let's say this is just hand soap, so it's not going to take any of the decals off of it. There's a little bit of dirt coming off, but not a lot. As I say, it looks hardly used. Give it a try. So we've got a paint spot on it. That's always essential for a radio, is to have a bit of paint on it. Yeah, so that grill isn't dirty. Sorry, the glass isn't dirty. It's just got some very light scratching on it. So we'll see if we can polish that out in a minute. Let's finish off just put that over there to just dry a little bit more. Let's go over these once more. And where's the toothbrush when you want it? Now we've got one of these anti-static brushes that, again, Doug let me have. There we go. Sorted. Right, let's get this dial polished up. Yeah, no worries, Brian. It only had one white paint spot, Brian. So I'm going to use the fine scratch remover. If I can get any out of this. There we go. What I don't want to do is get it down in the cracks around the side, because that does show up quite bad on radios. So I'm just going to go around it, trying not to go too close to the edge. I don't think I'm going to get all of this out, but if I can get it better, that's an achievement. So just give this a bit of a go and over, a bit of elbow grease. And this probably would pop out if I put a lot of pressure on it, but it is glued in from behind, so just have to keep rubbing and rubbing and rubbing. Turn it around that way. Yeah, it is fairly deep, that one. I might have to dig the deep scratch remover out. It's better, but we can get it better again, I think. Where's the deep scratch remover? Or heavy scratch remover, because that one there is fairly deep. So oh, you got the DX-360 as well, are you? Are you moving? Oh, is Brian moving far? Yeah, if you get a nice lattice tower up, Brian, let me know. I'll be over there for holiday, mate. Bring me a radio. Well, probably won't need to bring me a radio, will I? So this is the heavy scratch remover. This is more heavy duty. feel it getting warm. So I'll get it down the edge if I can help it. Get in there, let's go in. I can barely see it. I don't want to go too far with it. You can overdo this and I'll end up with a dip in it in one place, which we don't want. So let's just rub the excess off. And I'm going to move back to the fine cleaner to rub out the scratches from the deep heavy scratch remover. You don't think the cows will complain about an antenna tower? Cows outnumber the humans. Okay, so yeah, there is some very fine scratching on there because the heavy scratch remover does leave a little bit, so. Right, let's give it a final wipe over, then we'll get the polishing one out. I'll say it's not 100% got it, but it's quite deep in the glass. I need a bit more elbow grease there, Graham. Yeah, I'll bet, Brian. So, Brian is one of my Patreons, and one of the things that I offer to Patreons is that if they've got a particular radio that they want restored, I will attempt to get it for them and restore it for them. And this is how this has come apart. Come to pass, shall we say? What's the word? Come about. Because Brian said he'd been looking out for one of these, and if I could get him one, that would be great. So here we are. That's looking good. Right, a final quick go around, and then out with the anti-static cleaner. That'll do it. Right. Afternoon, Jess, how are you? Fence is fine, Jess. It hasn't moved a budge an inch, and we've had quite strong winds here recently. So last one is plastic clean and shine. And there's no harm in going over the whole thing with this, really. So there you are. That's that scratch. Gone. Bit of elbow grease, that's all. Right. Let's clear some of this stuff away. Oh, I've got me okay, on the way. Let's clear some of this stuff away. Oh, as it comes down to greet me. Let's get rid of this water, because you can bet your life that the first thing I'm going to do is knock that everywhere. And that, and I'll put the hand soap. I mean, this stuff here is pretty kind to radios. You're not going to lift off any transfers or anything with this, just hand wash. So I tend to use that if I'm not sure. There's stuff like the Roberts grills and that. They're prone to the paint coming off if you use foam cleaner on it. There we are. Well, you've got one now, Brian. You have one. Okay, so we've got a little bit of cleaning solution in the bevel there, so let's make sure that's cleaned right out. Okay, right. Definitely need the yellow cloth now. I find it strange that this speaker's not held in by anything. You'd think there must be something that held it in, really. Just lies in there. There's no sort of support for it at all. Let's see if I got this the right way around. Yeah, I suspect it's that way, isn't it? Okay, it doesn't want to go back in, does it? Oh, I see. There's some like rubber bumpers. There's some rubber bumpers which obviously hold it in. Yeah, okay. So is it there? Right, I can see some more crud to clean out, so let's clean that out as well. We've got a little bit of muck in the battery compartment. Okay, the little, the lovely little LED thing doesn't want to go back in square. And that is pushed all the way in there on position 6. There we go. That sort of just fell into position then, didn't it? Just fell into position. Just fits the realistic, didn't it? Supermoon, yes, it was amazing. It should be around for a few days actually. But I think it peaked, was it 26th? Yeah, 26th, 27th it peaked. Yesterday it was a bit cloudy here, Jess. Well, that appears to be in quite nicely. Okay, screws. Now there was a long one down through there. Yeah, it was impressive, Jess, I must say. Was that a long one? You don't want to over tighten these things. Let's get you up a little bit. So as I'm sure you'll notice, what I'm doing with the screws is just winding them anti-clockwise first till they click, and then screw them down. That stops you creating a brand new thread in the things. Okay, that's that. There's a little bit of grease on there, just wipe that off. Make sure everything's lined up, our lights are back, our band selector's working. It's a little bit dirty in there, but I can get that in a minute. Only got 2 screws left, which is correct. Does that one need a clean off? Yeah, that one could do with a clean off. Oh, we got a little bit of paint on that one, look. Only a fraction. So I think it's paint. Where's my goggles? Yeah, that one's a bit manky. That one wants a bit of a clean. So give that one a spray and let it sit for a minute. Bit of a spray with the old foam cleaner. Right. Back panel. So I want to just go over this this aerial connector here. The fiberglass pencil. Just brighten it up a little bit. Better, and it's it's not great. I mean, it's just, there's just like a little bar goes underneath the aerial and it touches the actual aerial. So I think we want to probably just pop a little bit of switch cleaner in there to make sure we got a decent connection. And I just dribble a little tiny bit around that copper. And it just makes connection on the back of the board there. So let's just give that a bit of isopropyl to make sure there's no grease on it. Make sure we're making a decent aerial connection. It was pretty mucky actually, that. Surprising. There we are. There's that inside there. Let's give that a bit of a brush out. We've already done it once, but don't want any dust in there, Brian, do we? Let's get this stupid thing off my head. Always scary putting them back on, isn't it? Don't want any bits of broken plastic anywhere. I'm looking for the other screw and I've gone and put it in the hole already. Right. So I've got to clean the aerial. Well, those switches are absolutely spotless now. It's brand new. It's looking brand new, Bri. It's looking brand new. Let's just move that out of the way because I don't want any splashes getting on it. Just clean off the tuning knob. Not that it really needs it that much, because like I say, it is absolutely spanking, this radio. That's got that little bit of paint off as well. Okay, nearly there. Battery door. I need to get rid of this and stick another bit of foam on there. Can we get that off then? Yeah, Azzy, welcome. Yeah. Do you refer to your chickens as ladies? We refer to them as girls. We refer to them as girls, actually, Brian. If you look back through some of my old videos, there's a video in there, I think it's called Meet the Girls, where I introduced the chickens when we first got them. It must be a good few years ago now. And we've got some since. I think on one of my live streams I did go through the latest arrivals. Let's get rid of that muck. A bit of isopropyl on that. Should get rid of the glue, hopefully. Chicken lore. Jack's chicken lore. Chicken lore. Okay. There we go, ready to receive another bit of foam. So let's see what I can find to stick back on that. Now, where's all my foams gone? Where's all my foam? I must go back to the DIY shops and get some more foam, because it looks like I'm almost out of the stuff. Magnetic tape. Self-amalgamating tape. Everything barmy foam tape. Where's that gone to then? Well, I didn't think I'd run out of foam tape, but I might have done. It's a bit of a pain. I'll need to get some steps and have a look up higher up there. Hang on, what have I got here? No, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I knew I had some somewhere. Now this might be a little bit too wide, because only that section there it's got to fit in. Yeah, a fraction too wide. Let's cut it to length. Done such a good job of cleaning the old tape off, I can't see where it went. That should do her. Right, stick that on. Chickens lay down the eggs today. Yeah, they're doing about six or seven a day at the moment. Bit foul. Oh no. Someone had to say it. Right, we better make sure that that'll still fit. Let's look at some batteries. No, it's a bit too aggressive, that tape. A bit too aggressive. So it's going to have to come back off again. I've got to get rid of the sticky again now. I need some just normal foam tape for there. I'd say somewhere I've got some more draft excluder. I didn't try it on batteries, did we?
More. So whatever your mood, we got.
The possibility that there is this enormous consolidation.
It is better.
Slendovery. Back with another one now, half an hour.
So some final strange jobs. Jane in Hindhead said.
Great job, surely.
Yeah, on the drill.
Well, that's Radio
blast
2.
Crew. Fantastic experience. Paul said I tagged great white sharks in South Africa.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't want that job.
No, me neither. It's cold. The water's cold.
Let's try
check out Paul's and Peregrines on Twitter or X.
Long wave. It's a long wave, so.
And eventually land on the internet. The average new podcast I saw sees around 136 listens per episode. That was like the latest out of like last year. So I think whilst it's true that it's becoming more well known as a term and people know what it means when you say a podcast, in terms of...
Well, I think we can say that's pretty much done. The thing I need to do is just clean this aerial. So what I do to aerials is I use the good old WD-40, which is one of the things it is good for. It's one of the things WD-40 is actually good for. So what I do is I start at the top, just get the rag on it, rag behind it, and just trickle a bit down it as I go. I say it does clean as well as lubricate, WD-40, so. There you go. Job done. Let's get rid of that bright yellow cloth. Right, clean up time. There you go, Brian. Sorted, mate. All I've got to do is find a little bit of foam for you. A little tiny bit of open cell foam. This is just too stiff. It's good stuff, but it's the right thickness, but it's too firm. Closed cell, isn't it? They call that. I don't know. Closed cell, open cell. I did have some other stuff somewhere, so I'm sure I've got that still. There's only a little bit of it left, so hopefully I can dig that out, Brian, and sort that, and then we can get it all sorted out for you. A bit of a different radio, wouldn't it? Certainly, I'm sure a lot of you haven't seen one of those. Here it is. Brian's nice, shiny, mint condition DX-360. Let me just catch up with the chat. You're clucking confused. Oh dear. Chickens are called dinner. Nothing like a bit of jerk chicken with rice and peas. I do like a bit of chicken. I do like a bit of chicken. We had chicken last night. Not our chickens, but... yeah, it's come up quite nice, hasn't it? Oh, got hair like a bit like a cockatiel, actually. I'll say the scratches are pretty much gone. But you'd have to look pretty hard to see. In fact, I can't. I can't see the scratches on the dial glass anymore. So there you go, Brian. We'll sort that out. Final invoice and then off to the US of A. Trouble is, I'm going to have to keep it pristine now, and I'll have to put it in a glass case or something. It really is in very good condition. I think you'll be well pleased with that, Brian. No worries. Right, where do I put this? I'll take my batteries out, because I'm sure you don't want my batteries in it. If I can get the thing open. I knew we'd get around to it one day, Brian. How are we doing for time? 5 o'clock, so we've got an hour to play with. I'm going to put this one back in the jiffy bag that I got with it. Well, I put it in when it arrived. Stick that up there, well out of harm's way. Okay, what else have we got? Shall we have a look? Being that we're on miniature world band radios, shall we have a look at that? Shall we have a look at this one? Can you remember we? It's one of the ones that Les let me have. Now we looked at the Sangean. Or was it Texan? It was the Texan, wasn't it? PL660, where we've got the issue with that dodgy IC. I think I have got one thing to try on that, and that is to put another what do you call it, super cap in it. So this is the one that's got battery damage. You can see all of the bottom of the case here is all gone white where acid's leaked out. And if we look in the battery compartment, it's not totally disastrous, but you can see that there's been leakage in it. Shall we have a look at that one? 7600GR. So it's one of it's the last of this type of radio, I think. I'll get it packed up very nice, Brian, double boxed and all the rest of it. Yeah, we call them girls over here. So there's a few things here. We've got a bit of screw damage on the top there, where a screw's gone through a little bit too far and it's pierced the front of the case. But I'm pretty sure this doesn't work, but we'll try it, shall we? We've got 4 AAs again. Yes, unlikely. It'd be nice if it did work, wouldn't it? It'd just be a clean-up job. Remove all the excess battery acid and away we go. Nothing. Nada. Not a dicky bird. Oh, hello. Woo! That's better. I fell down. Michael, how are you? Benji's perm went. Someone plugged Benji into the main, so it was nothing. So reset on it anywhere? Okay. Right, this one's going to need to come apart. I mean, the battery connections aren't great, to be fair. So it could just be dirty battery terminals. I suppose we ought to really give them a clean. But the problem is I cannot get to the ones in the back here. So let's put a bit of blue roll down for this one. I don't really want to blow the camera out too much, just to stop the dial glass getting scratched. Right, that's sort of nifty. You can't lose the battery door, which is one of the problems with a lot of these radios. Is the battery doors go. Reset is included with the hammer. That's Mrs. Cruncher reset, that is. There's no screws in the battery compartment, and I haven't got a service manual for this, though I suspect, being Sony, there is probably one available. Let's take that one out first. That's the one that's gone and pierced the front of the case a little bit. And this is going to be pretty bad, I think. But we'll get in and have a look. I assume you want me to look at this. No one's got really excited and said, yes, let's get the Sony out. I know Aston likes a drop of Sony. Okay. Is there another one underneath here? No. One underneath there? No. So it should, in theory, so this is the one that's broken off. Looks like someone's tried to stick that one back in. That's going to be a JB Weld job, that is. Okay. Ooh. Hello. There's something going on underneath there as well. Yeah, this ain't good. Let's see if it comes right out. Should come right out. Usually they do. Sticking somewhere, I'm missing a screw. Ooh. Yeah, there she is. Yeah, it's it was just tight on the jack hole, so just give it a good old wiggle in there, Jackson. It's come apart. Let's give the old dust a bit of a brush off into the bin a second, because we've got a bit of a dusty speaker. Let's brush them off into dusty bin. Hopefully nothing else falls into the bin. Don't want to be bin diving. Right. Let's have a look see then. Let's get that case out of the way. Let's have a look at the damage the batteries have done. Doesn't look that bad, but I've said that before and it's been a hellish bad. So the main area, just get this over a little bit, is here. So there's a bit of verdigris there. Turn that off. Let me have a closer look. See, it doesn't look too bad on the surface, but the problem is we've got wires that the acid has gone through. So we get this to point. I don't know if you can see up here, can you? If I go a little bit that way. The problem is these, where the acid goes down through, and you can see this is our power supply area here, because it says power, ground, 13 volts, AM, FM, beep, ground, and I mean this is eaten away. It's unfortunately what kills a lot of these radios, battery acid, so you really got to take your batteries out. I'm being a bit careful there because I don't want to get rid of the little markers, because that's quite good points for testing really. So I'm just going to quickly take a picture of that. Let's just darken that down a little bit, it's a bit bright there. Did I get a notification when you uploaded a video yesterday you were subscribed to your channel? I didn't, Jax, actually. I wonder if I've got the bell clicked though, mate. That could be it. I'll have a look in a minute. So yeah, I just want to take a picture of that. Yeah, see, I can see muck on the other side of the board, so we need to get this board off, really. But let's just try connecting it. Let's just try connecting it with some jumpers. So it's 6 volt radio, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it's 6 volts. What does it say on the jack plug? Yeah, 6 volt. So it could be the battery terminals that are stopping it working. I'm sure it's not that simple though, because I suspect Les has had a look at it. Les is more cleverer than what I am. Put it that way. He's more cleverer than what I am, by a long shot. Right. So let's have a look here. Let's have a look, see what I can get onto. Oh, that's plus. This is minus. Gonna have to use Doug's magic clips. I must get myself some jack plugs for Sony stuff, because I haven't got anything that fits the sockets on these. I've got, so I tell a lie, I've got one for a mini disc player, but that's about it. Okay. So we need to stick it that way up, fire in the hole. Oh, we've got display. Turn the current up a little bit. Wow. Seems to be working. I've got no FM aerial connected, but what do you know? Ah, that's me knocking the wire. It works. It works. Okay.
Well, here's something I haven't played for a while on Classic FM. It's Paul McCartney's Blackbird, and here is the Montenegrin guitarist Milos Karadzic.
I'm amazed. I really didn't think that was going to work. Lithiums, right, okay. Direct 88. Oh, it's just memories by the looks of it. No. It must be an execute, okay. Wow, that surprised me that that's working. I'm really surprised at that. So what do we need to do? We need to neutralize all this lot, scrape off all the crap. Gonna need to take the board out. I'm not sure what's gone on underneath here because there's a There's a capacitor up here, and I'm not sure why. So Les has fixed something there, I think. That is not standard. So yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there, so I'll have to ask Les about that. Lithium AAs are better, I think. I'll remember that. Okay, so let's have a look how to get the board off. That just lifted off, so okay. I've obviously got a super cap in here somewhere because it's holding some charge still. So it looks like it's two boards, and I think I saw a ribbon cable somewhere, yeah, just there. So I suspect that the speaker may have to come out to disconnect the ribbon cable so as we can get the again, I could download a schematic for this, but okay. Just desolder this off the back. I'll get this done. I won't get it done today, but we could get it underway. Get a bit of vinegar on it. And all the rest of it, can't we? Getting on all right, Rob, thank you. I need to get a glass of water, actually. Okay, well the positive is the pretty one. There's going to be quite a lot to clean up there because the board, you know, all of these joints here are all quite dull, so they're all going to need to be cleaned up. I might even have to go over them with a hot air and a bit of fresh flux, but we'll see. Okay, looks like this just clips in this board. We're going to need to take the wires off the top, but again, they're all marked on the board. Good old Sony. Where are we? Yeah, so Sony have marked all the antenna wires. You normally got to take these off before you can get the boards off. Let's just lift those. Natural, black, green, and yellow. That. So yeah, we've got to pull this ribbon cable. I hate these lemon joint things here. Now, where does that one come out? Is it just a push in or is it a clamp one? It just looks like a push-in one to me, but yeah, just push-in. That's okay. They're like Guinness. What, people from Iceland? I don't know. Now these contacts should come out. So it's glued in slightly. Yeah, that will come out. So why is our board not separating then? It is now. She's coming apart. There she is. One board. Okay, it's not much damage this side. I think this one could be able to be saved. This one. The only place I can see any damage or anything come through is this via here. That one's not good. Or that one. So what I might have to do is lift that electrolytic there, 220, 6.3 volts. Hang on, that's not even an SMD one. Unusual. That's a through hole. Interesting. Yeah, that's a through hole cap. I thought they were SMD caps, but they're not. I wonder if they're those polymer caps. Because certainly metal canned. And you can see the normal electrolytics beside it. Benji's perm. Great. So yeah, maybe we don't need to lift that one then. I was just wondering if anything got down. I mean, there's a resistor there that's not looking too great, but again, it might clean up. So we need to give this the old vinegar treatment, scrape all of this off, get it under the microscope for a look. See it's eaten into, where are we? It's eaten into this here, this area, and if I flip that, that's the actual ribbon cable connector. So that's, I think again we're lucky it's not gone through. I'm still a bit intrigued as to what's going on here though. So Les has fixed this something's probably corroded off there. Let's lift it and have a look. It might be some sort of modification. Les, as I say, he's a clever chap. Okay, yeah. We have got some modifications underneath here. So whether he's managed to get some more bands out of it, we've certainly got a diode across the SSB pin onto this main IC. So whether that's very interesting. So yeah, he's put a diode across there. We've got a capacitor going to another leg. So that's some sort of modification. Interesting. I shall have to ask young Les about that. Anybody know of a mod then to the 7600GR? Dirty diaper. Thanks very much, Dirty Diaper, for hitting all my buttons, mate. You have no perm. Yeah, so interesting. I mean, this is just like a laminated piece of copper film that they've used as a shield. You know, this side is plastic, and they've put a bit of copper foil on the other side to act as a shield. I'll tack that back on so as I remember where it came from. And then I'll be asking Les later about his modification. So he's put a diode and a capacitor there. Whether that's to pull a frequency or something, I don't know. So it's going to be scratchy on that. Shame, because we're going to lose some of the printing on here, some of the screen printing, but it's got to go. It's all got to come off, or else it'll just keep on eating through the board. We're going to have to probably bridge these vias. But yeah, it's all down here as well. It's got all along here. It's say, there's a lot of dull solder on here, but I think if I go over that carefully, I should be able to get rid of most of that. Now, where's the case with the other connector on it? Let's have a look at the other battery connector. Can we get... Oh, hello, something fell out then. Oh, it's that little bit of case stuff. Damn. Yeah, they made this so you can get at the battery connections, or have they sealed it in? Oh, hang on, no, that's the inside ones, isn't it? Of course it is. Doesn't touch anywhere, does it? No. Yeah, so it looks like I can get that battery terminal out and stick that in some vinegar. So let's get the vinegar out. Let's get vinegar in. Al Borst, how are you, mate? Thanks for dropping in. Thanks for dropping in, mate. Is that a backup battery mod? I don't know, to be fair. I don't know. Les is a clever chap. Les was a TV engineer. He's a radio amateur friend of mine, and as I say, he's having a bit of a clear out, and he gave me all this stuff to have a play with. So we've got our nice distilled malt vinegar. Mmm, nice. God, that stinks. It smells like a chippy in here now. Let's zoom out a bit then. Whew. So, what brush do I want to get vinegar all over? I suppose there's much of a muchness in it. Let's use this one then. Let's just give this a bit of a dose of vinegar. Good old vinegar. Sorts out all your battery acid problems. Especially those vias. Surprising how far the acid goes, really. Matt, how are you, mate? How dare you start the stream before I finish work? I do apologise. I apologise, Matt. I must give myself 100 lashings. So if anybody is into CB gear, Alan there, Albost 26 Tango Charlie 101 has got a YouTube channel. Just started live streaming recently, so yeah, it was a good live stream the other day, Al. I enjoyed that. I only came in on the back end of it because I tried to get into it initially, and then it said it had finished. So I thought you must have had problems or something, so I left it. And then about an hour later, I noticed it was live again. So I jumped back in, and I think you'd already been live for quite some time. So anybody that's joined and wondered what the hell we're up to, this is a Sony World Band radio. It's a 7600GR. And it's got sadly battery damage on it, but these are really nice radios, and it is working. It is working. The only problem is the battery connectors are all badly corroded. So I'm just brushing some vinegar on it, which will neutralize the alkaline that's come off the batteries. Once that's all been neutralised, we can look at cleaning up the board, going over some of the problems. So we'll need to find out what that mod is. Nick seems to think it might be something to do with the battery. The problem is this stuff vaporizes this acid or alkaline that comes off. Obviously the vinegar is the acid which is neutralizing the alkaline from the batteries. But it sort of seems to give off a vapor which goes all over the board. And I think this has been caught just in time. That's a good tip from Doug about using lithium batteries. I have got some lithium AAs here somewhere, Doug. They're mega expensive, but not as expensive as replacing your radio when it's been trashed with dodgy batteries. Normally I would desolder these and just leave them in a bit of stuff overnight. It was all over the place, Al, was it? Yeah, but you know, you're just starting. You know, some of mine are all over the place, and I've been doing it for a couple or 3 years now. In fact, I don't know how long I've been live streaming. It's definitely years. I think we'll leave that now to just soak in, and I'll keep coming back and giving it another go, and then once I'm finished I'll go over it with some isopropyl just to neutralize the acid off of the vinegar. Where's my other bit? I'm going to stick some vinegar on that. I think I might be able to get this one right out. You'll get there, Al, you definitely will. Takes time, doesn't it? There's all sorts of issues. Microphones, cameras, picture-in-picture. Audio's the hardest blimmin' thing to sort out normally. I normally run out of batteries fairly regular, as I'm sure they'll all tell you. Is this going to come out or not? Now I think it was Bob actually suggested a while back that I make a spring using piano wire, and I did order some piano wire. So it does give you the chance to probably make yourself some more battery connectors as well if you really wanted to. So I'm just going to stick some vinegar on this as well. Splash it on all over. Doing. Don't think that one's actually in right anyway. But that's going to be okay, that one. I can see already the vinegar has got rid of the corrosion. Well, it's not got rid of the rust, but it's got rid of the green verdigris on it. Nice smelling. Okay. Oh, it does smell like a chippy in here now, though. Oh, is that you, Yaz? Thanks for dropping in, mate. Duracell have destroyed their reputation, I think. Yeah, Duracells used to be the best, didn't they? August 2018 is when I started, is it, Benji? So 2.5 years then. No worries, Al. Yeah, Alan's into CB radio stuff, really, Alan, isn't it? Al. And does a bit of hilltopping, is that what you would call it? Bit of DX out and about. So my CB radio currently, I've got two actually connected up, Al. I've got the in fact, I've got the Team Euro base station in at the moment because I had a rig check a couple of days ago, and someone said that my audio was much better on that. So I can't get you over that, I don't think. Yeah, I'll have to get the other camera on. I'll have to get the other camera going, otherwise I'll lose this one. Yeah, so unfortunately there's not a lot of light over that side of the room. See if I can get this one over there. Yeah. So that's my current CB setup. Nothing too fancy. Good old-fashioned Harrier CBHQ down the bottom. And the team. See if there's anyone on. Don't need for a rig check. Anybody by the 19? Let me know if I'm working. It's not a lot on out here. I'm in the sticks a bit. 19 for Roger. Anybody out there? Can you hear me? Hello, hello. Nobody. Quick flick round. I mean, one of the things, this has got a scan feature on it, so you can just push the scan button and away you go. And on top is my Delta Master 2002. Oh, someone on 18, look. So yeah, there you go. That's currently what I'm using, and my HF gear is there beside it. Let's just go back to the main camera then. Readjust the lights. Let's get back down to our poor little board. Hilltopping, making antennas. Yeah, ideal. Good stuff, Al. I should be watching, mate. Say. I think there's still a few of us that are from the olden days, so to speak, that remember CB as it used to be. Right, let's give this some jip. Let's get the old wire brush on this. So it looks like those vias are only ground connections. I'm going over these. Be careful, I don't really want to knock any surface mount components off the board. So we did have a little tiny one somewhere, didn't we? Now where's that? I wiped that off the board, have I? There was a little tiny resistor, wasn't there? Oh no, No, I think... You off with the dogs, are you? Alright, see you in a minute. I didn't realise what the time was. I was supposed to have finished at 5. Right, I think that's some pretty drastic bit of board cleaning there. Let's give it a bit more once over with the vinegar. Just hope that I haven't wire brushed that dodgy resistor off the board. There we are. So you can certainly see where it's at away the print there, but that's not a problem. Right, let's clean some of this up. Should use the fiberglass pen. Yeah, it's the problem with the fiberglass pen, Jess. It's not really strong enough. It won't get rid of the green coating on the board. See, it's it's going to have to go under the microscope anyway to have a look at those wires, but I'm not going to do that now. I was supposed to have gone out with the doggies, really. Forgot all about that. That's probably why Mrs. Cruncher made a point of saying that she was on her way out. Oops. Okay. Battery connector. Okay. I'm feeling little bits there as I'm cleaning that up. I hope that's not little tiny resistors and the like. No, it doesn't appear to be. Right, okay. Right, let's get another paintbrush. Let's get the isopropyl on it. And this should just neutralise that vinegar, hopefully. Well, it will. Where's me brush? And on the back, vinegar all over this. Right, let's just get some lint-free wipes. Just tell me you're getting near the bottom of the packet, they all start coming out, don't they? There. It's a bit cruddy around that area actually. Not very good around that pot there. What you don't want to do is leave any vinegar on the board, because it is acid and it will eventually start eating into it, so you've got to get it off. Okay. Get in there. All gone quiet. Is it frozen, or are you just not saying anything? So let's give it a go with the fiberglass pencil now, otherwise Jess will tell me off. See that is. So just making sure I've got everything off. I think I'm pretty good, to be fair. It's looking very nice. Let's see if I've got any resistors that I've knocked off. It doesn't appear to be. It's surprising how far across this has gone, because I just found some more corrosion there. There's my tweezers. Yeah, I just found a little bit more now. Just over here. Actually, there's more over here as well. This is it. You need to get all of this off, really. Otherwise, it's going to come and bite you. And you can just spray some board lacquer on this once you've got it all off, but see if it's gone anywhere else. Yeah, all this via stitching on these ground planes it's gone through by the looks of it, but I'll go over it with the conformal coating pen, make it nice and green again. But yeah, we've got a dry joint there, which is very strange. What's going on there then? Yeah, that's unusual. Just get you on the overhead camera a minute. It's not a great picture, is it? But let me see if I can get you in a bit closer, actually. See where I'm looking? It's just here. That's that looks to me like that's been deliberately desoldered. What is that connect? What is that? It's on this jack plug here, which I think is that's external antenna. Ah. So perhaps it's had a problem with the external antenna. Who knows? But yeah, definitely that's not right. Get a bit of isopropyl on it and clean that up a little bit. You can see that a little bit better now. I've cleaned the flux off of it. So it's definitely been desoldered. Testing jacks, yeah. It is working. People just don't want to talk, that's fine. Well, that's definitely desoldered. So that's going to be a case of getting my head in the service manual, just have a look, see what that does. It obviously comes down to this inductor here. Strange. As I say, there's more work been done down here. I don't know which pot this is. Is this, on this pot here? Look, there's also been some rework done. It looks like there's a transistor in the middle of that. So look which pot that is. Where's me little bit that jumped out? I can't see it now. Oh, there we go. So it's either SSB fine tune or volume. Can't remember which way up this goes now. Okay, it's volume. It's the volume pot. If I can find it again, where is it? There we go. Let's give that a squirt as well. It looks like it's had a new transistor in there. Yeah, that's a bit better. Yeah, Q215, look, has been changed by the looks of it. So yeah, it's got a bit of history, this radio, hasn't it? It's been worked on. It's going to be worked on even more because I'm going to get me grubby hands on it. Get this corrosion off the board and rework it. Well, that's for another day. That's for another day, isn't it? All right, let's get me off of that one. There we go. It's looking dark in here, isn't it? Why is it so dark in here? Oh well. Right, people, well, that's pretty much it for today. I've gone over a little bit, and I say Mrs. Cruncher's gone out with the dogs without me today, so I'll be in trouble, I suspect. But I'll blame Benji's perm. I'll say we had a big discussion about Benji's perm, and I couldn't get away. Excellent. That's all for today, people. Let's say bit of deviation. Brian's radio is all done, pretty much, apart from a little tiny bit of foam that I've got to find. Little bit of foam that I've got to find to just fill in the battery compartment. So thanks everyone for joining me today. I'll be back on Sunday. Sunday, I think we were going to carry on with the RP17, weren't we? We might do that. I might do the Commodore 64. I don't know. Depends how much time I got to set it all up, really. So I'm going to crack on with this radio probably this evening, or maybe tomorrow. I might have a quick play with it and just check these wires out. Ooh, it's all to be great then. Cheers, Anthony. Thanks, mate. So yeah, any comments? Stick them down below. Yeah, good for you to pop in as well, Al. Brilliant stuff. You have to let me know when you're going live again, and I'll drop in on you. So yeah, thanks very much, Daniel. And as I say, don't forget, if you're not subscribed, I think more than 50% of people that watch the streams, I don't think, are subscribed. Well, not necessarily that watch them, but watch the videos afterwards. A lot of people aren't subscribed, so please hit that like button and subscribe. And all helps build the channel, doesn't it? No perm. Yeah, it was the lack of perm we were discussing, Benji. So that's what I'm going to blame it on. Buy your stuff. Cheers all. Catch you soon. Be good, and stay safe. All the rest of it. Bye for now.